Right now, though, I want to welcome to the program the head of the Association of New Jersey Rifle and Pistol Clubs, member of the NRA's Board of Directors, Mr. Scott Bach. Scott, good afternoon, sir.
Hey, Cam. Great to be back on.
It's good talking with you. I appreciate your quick response yesterday afternoon as the news broke during our Sportsman Channel hour. We were able to grab Scott very quickly, and I appreciate that. But now that you've had time to read the governor's veto message as he vetoed the magazine/gun ban, Scott, what do you have to say today?
Well, look, first of all, I get to say something I rarely get to say in New Jersey, and that is we had a good day for gun owners yesterday. Okay, I don't often get to say that, so, first of all, folks are very pleased with the governor's veto. It's called a conditional veto that he did, and typically that is a tool that the governor can use when he doesn't agree with legislation, but he wants to try to tweak it a little bit. Now, what the governor did that's different from using the conditional veto pretty much any other time is he didn't tweak the bill. This is the magazine ban and the gun ban. He basically gutted it and replaced it with his program for dealing with mental health issues and violence in the state. So the bill started out targeting hardware and law-abiding citizens. And if the governor's conditions were to be accepted by the legislature, highly unlikely, by the way, but if they were, it would be a completely different bill that deals with mental health issues and violence generally. It would not impact gun owner rights one bit. Bottom line is the net effect on the portion that affects the Second Amendment is it's completely gutted. We're dealing with a situation where that bill, that approach is basically dead for the legislative session, the 2014 to 15 legislative session. So it's a good day for freedom in the Garden State for a change.
Yeah, no kidding. And again, the governor noting that this bill would not have any effect on violent crime, that this would not prevent violent crimes from occurring, that this would not be some magical solution to make these murderers less murderous, that this is the wrong way to go about making the communities of New Jersey safer. And that's a very important message, I think, that's sent to New Jersey. It's probably the first time in a long time that a governor of the state of New Jersey has actually said that.
Absolutely. And it might be the first time in a long time any governor has just openly articulated the distinction between laws or bills that go after law-abiding citizens and those that go after the problem. And that is the critical distinction. It's something that we as gun rights advocates say all the time. We're trying to distinguish between criminals and madmen and law-abiding gun owners. And those who are attacking gun rights don't want to make that distinction. This may be the first time that any governor has articulated that in his bill statement. There's some unbelievable statements in that, okay, including, that people aren't made safer by the number of bullets, that can be in a firearm. It really is a stunning thing. The Garden State, as we know, is a very liberal state. We have a large population in the shadows of liberal New York City and liberal Philadelphia. And so it really is quite remarkable. But what he has demonstrated is that principle matters, and he's going to step up as he did last year. He made the same distinction last year after a 6-month battle, and more than 80 bills came through the legislature, and he's made that same distinction yesterday on this bill, and it's pretty amazing. And at the same time he's done that, he hasn't just left it hanging. He said, look, we're trying to take a mature look at the problem. We're trying to address mental health issues and violence, and not leaving it for somebody else to figure out how to do that. He has a detailed proposal that would not impact gun rights, but would apparently try to make inroads toward the heart of the problem. And so that is a very significant pattern that I believe the governor has set, for other leaders who are willing to step up. Look, this is not an easy bill to take a position like this on. So, it's pretty amazing.
It is. Look, I don't want to, and I'm not trying to throw cold water on what you just said, Scott, but I want to make sure, look, Chris Christie's not been perfect on this issue. When it comes to right to carry in New Jersey, it'd be great if the administration, the Attorney General, were not fighting for New Jersey's current regime tooth and nail, but this is significant. And I think in this media environment, we have a tendency to either say, well, this is the biggest thing ever. If you're an anti-gunner, it's the most outrageous outrage ever. If you're a gun owner, it's the most amazing thing ever. This is hugely significant, and I don't want to downplay it. But I think Chris Christie's not all of a sudden going to become the poster child for gun ownership across America. I think because of this decision, I think it was the right one to make. But I think the governor has some other steps that he could take if he wanted to be that poster child.
Well, I agree with you, Cam. I think that is well stated, and I just want to make it clear. We're kind of in a mode right now where we're appreciating, the reprieve that we just got. I am not saying that we are dealing with the most pro-gun lawmaker that we've ever seen, but what I am saying that, look, this is a hard bill for any governor of New Jersey to sign. I don't want the significance of this. Look, in Arizona, it would be a no-brainer to veto the bill. In New Jersey, it's not a no-brainer, and gun owners didn't take it for granted. Some people thought, oh, he's never going to sign it. Other people said, oh, yes, he will sign it. All I'm saying is it is significant, and it took a real principled stand for him to do that. But you are absolutely right. The administration certainly could do more on right to carry and other Second Amendment issues. There's no doubt about that. But in the Garden State, we're just enjoying the fact that that this legislation is done for this legislative session. We're appreciative of the governor taking a principled stand, which he did not have to do. I mean, it could have been very easy for him to just sign the bill and look, either way, he's in a difficult spot. So, there are folks who attribute various motives for, why he may have done this. But certainly if you look at what he has said publicly, he's made some very significant statements. So all to say, yes, you're absolutely right. By the same token, we're enjoying the demise of this legislation right now.
As well you should. As well you should. And again, I think it was significant that the governor didn't just say, no, I'm gonna veto the bill. Bring me something else. He pointed out where he thought the emphasis should be. And again, we talk about this, Scott. I know gun control advocates want to portray gun owners as uncaring. They care more about their guns than the people in New Jersey who live in bad neighborhoods. But the fact of the matter is New Jersey's had restrictive gun laws, very restrictive gun laws for decades. And you've had the same communities in New Jersey that have been plagued by violent crime for decades, still 5 of the 50 most violent cities in the country when you talk about places like Camden and Newark and Trenton, the state capital, and Jersey City. And, it is my fervent hope that this might provide an opportunity for even some of the Democrats, the anti-gunners in the state legislature, to acknowledge that there can be another way to approach these issues, and frankly, it can be a more successful approach.
Well, we certainly wish that would happen. I would say, given the entrenchment on the other side, I don't think that's likely right now. What I will say, there are a lot of lawmakers in New Jersey, anti-gun lawmakers, who think even worse of gun owners. I mean, one of our committee chairmen, who you and I have talked about, Charles Maynor, was quoted recently as saying that, for every incident that happens, they started out as a law-abiding gun owner. They view us as ticking time bombs, which of course is absurd, on its face, and in many ways when it's just historically inaccurate. So, their view is basically, they're out to get private gun ownership by whatever method they can. And, as much as we're enjoying this moment, we cannot drop our guard, because they're going to be back with a vengeance on this. they have other agendas. There are other bills in the hopper. They're, I'm sure, writing others now. And, when the summer recess is over, we're going to be looking at they're going to come at us with all guns blazing, and we have to be ready. So we take this pause around the July 4th holiday. We enjoy the moment, understanding that that this is a significant event in New Jersey, but we cannot rest. The fight is going to go on, and it's going to ramp up from here, unfortunately.
All right. Yeah, I won't disagree with that analysis at all, Scott. I think you're absolutely right. And, again, you have a lot to celebrate this Independence Day in New Jersey and enjoy it, and then work like you've never worked before.
Indeed.
Scott, thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you coming on the program. Hope you have a great Independence Day, sir.
Thanks, Cam.
All right, we'll talk again soon. Scott Bach, head of the Association of New Jersey Rifle and Pistol Clubs.